the golden calf, how Moses went up to the mountain of Sinai for 40 days, 40 nights without food and water. This is exactly what Jesus went through, fasting, praying and fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus was tempted by the devil for 40 days. He was without food and water. You know, there is some resemblance to it, not resemblance, but in terms of there seems to be a thematic pattern over the things, the way things happen, even the numbers. You know, there's a lot of significance over the numbers of things happen in history in the world. First, you have, for example, the number 7 is very significant. The number 12 is very significant, and the etc. But I want to talk about the golden calf incident. It is quite incredible. Deuteronomy 9, starting 7. Remember this and never forget how you aroused the anger of the Lord your God in the wilderness. From the day you left Egypt until you arrived here, you have been rebellious against the Lord. From day 1 till the day they received the 10 Commandments law, they have been rebellious. And the worst rebellion actually happened at the pinnacle time, the most important time, which is the dispensing of the 10 Commandments, the law, Torah, the law from the fingers of God. God's fingers wrote on 2 stone tablets. Why did God do that? God could have just speak to it and just, words can appear on the stone if he chose to. Or God could have recite this to Moses. Moses could write that down. And now this will be going very much in line with the Muslim people, the direct citation and just writing down, transcribing, But in this case, it goes more than that. God actually wrote on the stones with his own finger. There is no going through another person, so to speak, if you like. So just an interesting point. But you see that how the powerful thing of God giving the 10 Commandments down. Now, what happens is very, very sad and very grieving. Verse 8, at Horeb, you aroused the Lord's wrath so that he was angry enough to destroy you. You know what happened? They went up because Moses went up for 40 days and God was in the presence of God 40 days. In the Shekinah glory of God, Moses was without food or water for 40 days. My goodness, I wish there were more details fill us in about those 40 days, but there isn't. But we can take that. It's some astounding encounter with God. So God gave him the 2 stone tablets of the 10 Commandments to be brought down to the people of Israel. And guess what? As Moses ascended to the mountain, there's a lot of grumblings among Israelites as the true color shows forth. After 20, 30 days, it's like, what the heck is going on with this guy? Some guys are complaining. We need a new God to bring us into the promised land. This Moses, we don't know what happened to him. He's gone up there for 30 days plus now. And we still have no sign of him. And guess what? And it really bothered me for the longest time. They were pressuring Aaron, yelling at Aaron. Aaron's the second leader in command, I suppose. Joshua has no reason yet. So the freaking Aaron go and tell okay, everyone, put your gold rings into this pot and let's melt it. And then they put it in. And the Bible described it, came out a golden cow, just like that. A golden cow, the mold in the golden cow, the greatest blasphemous thing against the Lord. They replaced the Lord Almighty, the transcendent God, the Spirit of God, who appeared to them in the fire on Mount Sinai and everywhere else. Now, they reduced that God into a golden cow. They completely control it. They can direct where you go, etc. You see, this is idolatry at the highest level. This is what we do at times, you know. Maybe not as bad to that level, but in lesser scale. If anything, captivate our hearts more than our God. The sort of the miniature of a golden cow or golden calf has appeared in our lives. So we got to be careful, watch that, you know. But Aaron was instrumental in bringing the group, the whole 3 million Jews, to throw in the gold and make a golden cow and bow down. And Aaron actually said, "This is your God, bow down." Let me verify and confirm later shortly. Okay, but I do remember that's the case with these things. So we don't want to be wrong about that. And what happened is, and I always thought God has wiped out a lot of rebellious people. But this rebellious leader called Aaron, he has to bear the blunt of it. He should have been thrown, he should have perished, according to the pattern that I've seen in the Old Testament. Anyhow, check this out. But things were changed because of Moses. That's my point. How powerful Moses. Okay, at the end of 40 days, 40 nights, the Lord gave me 2 stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant. Remember, the 10 Commandments is a covenant, the Mosaic covenant. All right. Then the Lord told me, "Go down from here at once, because your people whom you brought out of Egypt have become corrupt." Your people whom you have brought out of Egypt have become corrupt. They have turned away quickly from my command and then have made an idol for themselves. God saw that golden calf. It's interesting, God turned. I'm not sure whether God has not proclaimed to them, I think. Yeah, you are my people and all this. God at some point was fuming. God is calling, "These people are yours, Moses. Deal with them. I'm going to come down real harsh on them." Basically, God is preparing to write them off. I'm telling you, this is so risky and dangerous. This is exactly what happened. That's why. And the Lord said to me, "I've seen these people. They are stiff-necked people indeed. Let me alone so I may destroy them and blot them out." And blot them out. Whew. Check this out. You know. And I looked, behold, you have sinned against the Lord your God and made yourself a golden calf. All right. So the Lord said, this is what the Lord said. "I have seen this people, and behold, it's a stubborn people. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, blot them out, blot their name out under heaven. I will make you into a nation mightier and greater than they." So I turned and came down from the mountain, and the mountain was burning with fire, and the 2 tablets of covenant were in my 2 hands. And I looked, behold, you had sinned against the Lord your God. You have made yourself a golden calf. You had turned away quickly from the way the Lord has commanded you. So I took over the 2 tablets and threw them out of my hands and broke them before your eyes. Then I lay prostrate before the Lord as before. 40 days and 40 nights I neither ate bread nor drank water, because of all the sin you have committed in doing what was evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. So I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure that the Lord bore against you, so that he was ready to destroy you. But the Lord listened to me that time also. All right, because we're running out of time here, I would just do this as part 1. I'm gonna produce a second video, part 2, right after this. Okay.